Hello and welcome to the PG Podcast. I'm Gabe, and with me today I have Adam, Kaylee, and Logan. How you guys all doing today?
Doing all right.
Doing good.
Fantastic. All right. So build season has now started, and I guess the first thing I was wanting to know was, what are your guys' first impressions of the game?
I'm excited.
You're excited?
Yeah. I'm a first year, so I've never even touched one of these games before. But I mean, they explained it pretty well.
Yeah. Did you enjoy the animation that they did?
Oh,
That was
yeah.
the 8-bit old-timey video game
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah. Oh, it was funny. Kaylee, what about you?
It'll be an interesting year. Lots of different strategies. The power-ups that poses a new threat and strategy-wise.
I think that's a new thing, isn't it? Because I've only been here for 3 years, but
Yeah.
I think I remember
Don't believe there's ever been one
there's
of
no,
those
there's
before.
never been. Yeah.
They'll add a new element to the game.
Adam, what about you?
I would say one of the things that stands out to me in this game is I think that this year most of the hard part is going to be figuring out strategy more than the robot itself. I think the robot's going to be pretty easy to make, but the strategy is going to be the hard part.
Yeah. All right. So real quick for you guys, what sub teams are you guys on?
Programming.
Programming.
I'm woodworking.
Woodworking.
And I'm on the mechanical build team.
Mechanical build team, and I'm doing media. So fun times. Logan, I guess we'll just start with you. How has this challenge or this year's challenge affected the programming team and what they do this year?
Honestly, not a whole lot. The biggest thing for us is going to be autonomous and figuring out the best way to do that. Specifically because in the explanation of the game, it was said that each game, the sides that panels and switches would be on would be randomized. Only at startup would the robots know which way to go and which panels are on what side. So that's something we have to take into account, and we aren't entirely sure how to handle it yet. We're trying to figure out if we just want to manually program in a route or specific routes for different paths and stuff.
So you have to select your route at the beginning once you know which side is, because you'd have to have one that goes one direction and one that goes the other direction.
Yeah, so autonomous is only 15 seconds, and it's not like we're going to be all the way on the other side, because we only need to cross the autonomous line to get the extra points for it.
No, well, you also have to put one cube in the switch.
Well, we don't have to, but that is the plan. Yeah.
That's the plan.
Yeah.
If someone else does it, that's fine. But
So we're trying to figure out if we want to manually program it, or if we want to have some kind of program that I actually proposed that we had a graphics interface program that you could select a specific path and specific actions, and you could do that in conjunction with talking with your team all before you start during the 1 hour meeting time. So yeah, that's the idea that I proposed, and that's what we're experimenting with now. But we haven't nailed it down quite yet.
Yeah. Kaylee, what about you with the woodworking team? Because I know you guys kind of help build the practice field.
So we're going to be building the field. I think our largest challenge will actually be the switch, or the scale. And the switch is how they kind of teeter-totter. And that action will be kind of interesting to build with wood.
You have to figure out how to balance it out.
Yeah.
And make it realistic.
Those sides have to be completely even and the same thing. Otherwise, one will sit lower than the other, and we won't get an accurate practice from that.
Yeah. Adam, what about you with the build team? What have you guys been working on?
well, I personally have been working on drivetrains and things, and also intakes, and this year it's interesting because we're starting swerve drive, so that's going to be.
And what does the swerve drive exactly do?
It's basically, it has individual modules for the wheels that each wheel can turn separately and then can drive forward in whatever direction. So it it's basically a multi-directional drivetrain.
So each of the wheels will operate independently?
Right.
Okay.
You can operate them independently.
Okay. So how will that help us? Because I know in the past we've used the tank treads and the stuff like that.
Yeah, so that will allow us a little bit more maneuverability, and it's also it's stronger than Machinum Drive, which is a similar one. It's got angled rollers. That'll give us more strength, but also a similar amount of maneuverability.
Okay, and will it make it faster, or?
It will be able to go pretty quickly, yes.
Okay, so speed's increased. That's nice. So I guess the last thing I wanted to ask you guys was, with this new challenge and seeing like the game video and stuff, what do you guys think is going to be like the most important thing going into competitions for teams? Logan, we'll start with you.
Definitely scale.
Scale.
It's that if you can get enough power cubes in the scale right at the start, like even without autonomous, that will probably be a major game changer for everybody. After that would probably be the climbing part.
Yeah.
Specifically, either if you do levitate or actually climb the thing, which is probably going to be the hardest part to build for. But yeah, the scale is definitely going to be a big game changer.
Yeah.
For everything.
Kaylee, what about you?
I think the power-ups are actually going to be the main game changer because there's force, boost, and levitate. So you can control a scale or a switch with some of those powers and you can get double the points. And you actually don't have to climb with one of them.
Yeah.
And each cube in those are worth 5 points. So.
Yeah. And I think the levitate and even the climbing is going to be important because this year they don't have a really long thing that we are supposed to be able to climb. It's like one little bar. And so, and I think in the game manual they also talk about how the sides of the bar that kind of hold it are also considered the rung. So you can climb using those, but I think that's going to be like an issue for people and that keeping the levitate. Adam, what about you?
Yeah, I think it's going to be the scale and the power-ups for sure. Both of those two things are going to be the big game changers this year.
All right. Well, we'll let you guys get back to your projects. Thank you for joining us on the PG podcast. Quick reminder that our Bat Hawks are on sale at andymark.com for about $35, as last I was told. So if you guys are needing battery monitors or anything to get ready for build season and for the competition season, go to andymark.com, search Bat Hawks, links in the description. Thank you all for joining me today, and we'll see y'all later. Thanks for watching.